I got you like you got me. When the earth shakes, when the bombs scream, until our last breath, every heartbeat. much, now I'm swallowed. Now I'm the fool while you're breaking rules. Dangerous path that I follow. Oh, go on, just do what you do. And it hurts as I bleed for you, cry for you. Oh, oh. Let me bleed as I bleed for you, cry for you. Oh, oh. Let me bleed. Let me all of the pain seems to follow like a shadow, dark and cold to the touch. Am I insane not to let go? Oh, go on, just do what you do. And it hurts as I bleed for you, cry for you. Oh, oh. Let me bleed as I bleed for you, cry for you. Oh, oh. Let me bleed. Let me when the lights go down, I've seen hell in you, but you don't care, no, you don't care, no. You just rather watch me fall from a quarter mile. I can see you at the call. Think about it, ring won't tell you what I saw. When you break it off, you'll see who had it all. You had it all. You said you wanted to fall into oblivion, forget about the world we're living in. Fall into oblivion, oblivion. Oh, go in. I'm going on. You can't fall asleep when you're counting stars. Get it together. Your mind can't sleep when you let it serve. Now you wanna see me fall. From a quarter mile, I can see you at the call. Think about it, ring won't tell you what I saw. When you break it up, you'll see who had it all. You had it all. You said you wanted to fall into oblivion. Forget about the world we're living in. Fall into oblivion, oblivion. I'm going on. Fall into oblivion. Fall into oblivion. Forget about the world we're living in. Fall into oblivion, oblivion. I'm going on.
Looked off, right? And after all, since then they've won all their series. They beat Navi, Nigma, and OG yesterday. Now they have a chance to, meet Team Spirit again if they can take down Team Secret.
Yeah,
So-
and let's be honest, losing to Team Spirit isn't exactly a huge disappointment for anybody. But I was mentioning more about the DPC as well, where they've dropped series to Liquid and Secret. But again, both very, very good teams. So, and also, I think they do have this new coach coming into this season, right? They've worked with Aoi a bit in the past, but he's now officially the coach of Team Tundra. So I'm kind of expecting them to have this little bit of a lull where they drop a few series here and there. But then I'm also kind of expecting them to transform into this mega beast as they learn how best to utilize Aoi. Let's have a look at the other side of the coin very quickly. We've got, of course, Team Secret coming into this one. Now, they had a great upper bracket run until they ran into Team Spirit, where they were beaten in that one. But, not without a decent fight. And Secret, they've looked very, very good as well. How similar are these teams in terms of power level to you guys?
I feel like when you look at Team Secret, you look at an equation that's already solved, but it's really strong, right? It doesn't matter. These players are extremely high skilled, well known. You know what they're gonna do, but still they do it so fast and so well that you just can't adapt to it. Out of these two, Tundra, for me at least, is a little bit more of a mystery when it comes to which Tundra shows up to the game, what draft they have, and whatnot. For Puppy, his teams, they kind of all follow the same agenda, the same way of playing.
Well, you mentioned draft, and we do now have a draft underway, so let's waste no time in jumping into game number 1 of Tundra versus Team Secret in this lower bracket elimination final match. The winner of this series will go on to face Team Spirit in the best of 5 grand finals.
I just saw that Team Tundra has already used a fair share of that bonus time in the first phase. Contemplating whether or not they should leave that OD for Team Secret. Chooses not to in the end. I think that's probably a smart choice.
There was a penalty for them. I just looked.
Is that why? Ah, okay.
Yeah. They were a bit late.
Makes sense then.
Naughty Tundra.
Still though, what do you think about the bans? Monkey and OD on one side, Io and Bane, and interesting Nyx Assassin picked up. Like we've seen some teams do extremely well with him. We've seen some teams pretty much outright flop. Assassin. It came back into the meta like a counter to OD, or somewhat of a counter, right? And now it's being picked regardless.
It's also kind of the Queen of Pain, right? Which is like very much a go-to mid right now.
Radiant team pick.
Yeah, that Queen of Pain's been very popular. Second most picked hero of the tournament so far, with a 58% win rate, so 12 games.
All right. If I look at these two heroes, Tundra Esports, man, I like their opening already better. Of course, you can't tell a lot from the two heroes, but Spirit Breaker after last night looks just insanely strong. I wonder if we'll see something like the build collapse went the Kaya one with the Aghanims. Look into what did you think about that build, Misery? Like you were watching the game, right?
I was only watching like the first 15 minutes of a replay today, so I didn't get to the where he was full slotted. But I think Spiritbreaker is like definitely one of the power heroes of this patch right now. It's just a matter of like, can you get to the point where he does this Aghanims charge across the map, over and over? If you get to that point, it feels like it's impossible to deal with, right? But if you can somehow shut him down in the laning phase a bit, then like you have a couple of heroes that can remove his bulldoze, like Shadow Demon or early Yules or something. He can kind of be a guy who just dies, right? So we've kind of seen him be very successful, but also like, unsuccessful. You could say like I think Nigma ran it off lane as well, where it wasn't successful.
Yeah, I'm suffering a little bit from the recency bias. Just watching Spirit Breaker dominate yesterday. And
it was so good yesterday. Yeah, I did actually have a look at the Dota 2 Pro Tracker information behind Spirit Breaker, and he doesn't build it very often. The Kaya and Yasha in the offlane, but when he's played mid, it's like a 33% pickup rate or something. So it's not like a very rare thing, but it's uncommon, and it is definitely uncommon to see it in the offlane.
Right. Really good answer to Spirit Breaker and Doom right now with the Timber Saw picked up very early on for Ice, and you already have these two bulky strength boys that you can deal with. I wonder if Team Secret will perhaps even think about solo laning this Timber Saw on the safe lane and doing something like a tri lane that we've seen recently. Not the strongest with Nyx Assassin, obviously, but possible.
I think they will do it if Tundra is somehow like tri-laning as well and like making it like impossible for Timbersaw to get his level 3 fast, then I think they might do it, right? To kind of secure his lane. And about the Spirit Breaker build, I forgot to actually answer the question, which is like, I think the Kaya-san is kind of maybe a bit of a meme build. It does add extra damage, right? Because your bass is magical damage. But I think it's probably because they were so far ahead, right, that you can do it.
That's what we were guessing. He went for Kaya Yasha, by the way. It wasn't even a Sanj. Like he went for Yasha. Yasha makes some more sense because of the movement speed bonus.
Right. I mean, that's kind of also what I meant, actually. It's just those.
Yeah, that is. Yeah.
You don't say Kaya Yasha very often, do you?
No, it's definitely the most common one picked up, I would guess. Not on Spirit Breaker.
I'm not sure. Like I was on a receiving end of flames and doubts when it comes to item builds as well, long time ago, and some of them were picked up afterwards. Kaya Yasha, man, it might be the next new thing. Like you get bonus movement speed, percentage based, then you get percentage based damage, which stacks on top of that bonus movement speed that you get from Yasha. Or maybe I'm just being dumb here and he's debating me and he's memeing. It's also possible.
I haven't done the maths, It might be just too good of a damage item on the hero. That's an interesting pick in a way, right? Another strength hero into Timbersaw. It's not normally what you see.
What do you think? Why do they get Undying here into the Timber?
I think the Undying can beat the Timbersaw in lane pretty hard, right? If he gets the right, start to the game.
5 seconds.
So
remaining.
because you just spam decay on him, right? And if you have a strong carry hero to follow up on that, then you can probably kill him a couple of times.
Oracle. Is this some dual pick straight away? Oracle plus something?
Huskar?
Troll, Huskar. They do get the Purge versus Spirit Breaker as well, which is kind of nice.
Right. Yeah, that's kind of a unpicked hero to counter Spirit Breaker, right? You always talk about the Shadow Demon Purge, but Oracle has a level 1 spell that can remove it with much lower cooldown.
What will they combo with though? That's also, it prevents, I guess, if you're Tundra, you play this Doom on the mid lane as well. And Spirit Breaker still could be 4, and you could pick Darkseer now. Maybe that's something that they were thinking. 33 is a DS player. But into a Nyx, meh. Not sure. Lash.
Ooh.
It's a good combo with Lash, with Oracle as well, right? Like,
sure.
Oh, yeah.
All these heroes that want to be up front benefit tremendously from having Oracle on their side.
Also looks like a good Lash game, right? Into 3 melee heroes already. So gives them this timing with the Timbersaw where they can really take towers down as well. When Timbersaw is really strong, you try to dodge him, you take the towers down. It's a nice, I think it's one of ISSI's best heroes, this Timbersaw. So it's cool to see them pick this guy up. They have had success with it a couple of times.
Arguably the best, right? On him, like the way he plays Timbersaw. There aren't many players. He did. Was it Dota Pit where? Yeah, it was Dota Pit. I think where he literally won them the game.
Think so.
That one team fight with 10k damage.
The old this Timbersaw is really strong. Then proceeds to get like an ult kill on a team fight. Yep, there it is.
Yeah. Which Weaver? Is this a carry Weaver then?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think it's a carry Weaver. So it's like, it just makes sense with the Undying Weaver lane, right? Against Timber. You can probably kill him a couple of times, is what the idea is here. And then it's also a nice carry Weaver game in the sense that there's only Nyx Assassins to really lock you down.
It's also a nice hero to pick up if you're worried about Razor. And you still have some bans. You could have dealt with him that way, but it's also nice versus Oracle. Oracle hates playing versus all these carries that get in the backlines, right? To get close to him.
I think it's also when you have this Doom and you plan on putting it mid, or even 3, like Doom gets so much, like he scales so well into late game and is kind of a greedy hero, so you don't necessarily have to go for this like super hard carry, right? You can kind of go a little bit middle of the road and pick up a Weaver, because you know that if the Doom gets off to, this super high net worth and the game goes late, you probably have the late game no matter what. So it's more about like, how do we not lose the early game so hard that Doom doesn't get to that point, right?
Right.
I like the fact that I was smart enough to figure out Weaver Razor correlation, but not smart enough to figure out like in which direction it goes. Like Tundra, they do have the last pick, so if they pick the Weaver now, they could go for that switch up, right, with the Razor last, and then Team Secret does not have that avenue to use. They couldn't pick Weaver against it, as Team Secret also need a carry on their last pick.
Does feel like Tundra need a bit of spell damage though, right? Like they don't actually have any nukes, and
unless you build Kai on Spirit Breaker and you charge people, then you have spell damage. Then you apparently.
It's kind of it's a bit weird when your best spell is like Spirit Breaker charge or Soul Rip. That's like your best nuke.
So they could use a little more, but yeah.
Yeah. Also, when you play against Timbersaw, traditionally you want to have these high nuke heroes, right? So he can't just regen through all the damage with his armor stacks.
I guess that's where it gets a little awkward, because they pick this Nyx Assassin on Team Secret, and that makes this opening so strong, because you don't want to pick something like, the Lena or the Queen of Pain or the Pugna into this Nyx Assassin for those big nukes, because they're just going to get blown up because of all they're in. And of course,
that is definitely one of the strengths of Nyx. You just refrain from picking all these heroes. Yeah, pretty much half the hero pool is like, nah.
Int, nah. Batrider, nah. Whatever you want, nah. Nyx Assassin, man.
I'm still waiting for the DP to come back in the meta. I feel like imagine Tundra last picks DP here. I just think it looks so strong. Maybe now a little bit less so. But still, it's just one of those nuke heroes that doesn't care about Nyx as much. Good against everything.
Oh boy. And here it is. The Nisha Morphling. How many times Do I have to read out this stat until people will learn? He has played 70 games of Morphling over his professional career, and he has a 78% win rate on this hero. You have to be ready for the Morphling pick if you're playing against Team Secret. Have Tundra address this hero enough.
It's also nice because they can flex it both mid and safe lane, right? With the Lash.
And you also have Lash that covers some of his weaknesses, such as PL, right?
True.
And you have this hero that can turn into Dying, use the Tombstone on its own.
I can hear Black crying in the distance. But is it a good anti-mage game? Does this work?
Yes, I believe this is a very good anti-mage game, actually.
Oh, damn. Maybe he's not crying.
You're against... All three cores kind of hate anti-mage. The only thing that can really kill you is like nukes Vendetta into like many stuns, right? I would say though that if Timbersaw gets a lot of items, like if this drags onto late game, Timbersaw can pretty much kill anti-mage by using just all this pure damage, but generally it doesn't get to that point if AM gets farmed. So it's a nice curveball. We've seen Tundra do this a couple of times now, right? Where they they completely flip everything around.
Yeah, wasn't expecting it. So the Weaver will be on the Pulse 4, the Anti-Mage will be on the on the safe lane, and that's how it will be. Very interesting indeed. Lizard, what are your thoughts on this Anti-Mage pick before we sum up these drafts?
I just like that the Anti-Mage picked moved Spirit Breaker into a mid lane. So 9 will be playing that mid lane. Spirit Breaker is going to be a treat. Gonna be a lot of fun. I'm not sure which way this one is going, even though Anti-Mage is strong here. You're playing into the Slash and Timbersaw, which will play on a, let's say, faster tempo, together with Puppy Oracle just saving them. It comes down for me to Sumail and CIS to change the tempo of the game, take control of the map, and then Nyx Assassin, like Misery said, can hunt Anti-Mage around and perhaps get a couple of pickoffs. Still, I think Tundra's Esports draft is 60-40, let's put it that way. It's easier for them.
Okay. Well, Misery, what are your final thoughts on these drafts before we throw it across?
Yeah, I also think the anti-mage game is just very good, you know. So I think if you get some couple of items, it's hard for Secret. Although I must say that who's 9 is gonna play mid Spirit Breaker against the Morphling. That doesn't sound like a fun time. Like you might get a couple of CS the first few waves, but what do you do after that? So Nisha is just gonna have a free game soon. We know his win rate is ridiculous. So. It's going to be interesting to see who will take this one.
I'm not crazy enough to bet against Nisha Morphling, so I'm going to go Team Secret on this one. But let's find out what happens in game number 1 of this elimination lower bracket final best of 3 series with our lovely, lovely casters. We've got Beacop and Black on the mic.
Thank you very much, Nomad. Black, we get to see another anti-mage game. I feel like me and you have seen just about every anti-mage game in this event so far, and had different thoughts coming into every single one of them.
Yeah. But this one is an absolute last pick anti-mage, which is, I said anti-mage is a terrible hero unless you actually get to see all 9 heroes and then decide. Like in this last pick anti-mage, which is, I said anti-mage is a terrible hero unless you actually get to see all 9 heroes and then decide. Like in this game, it actually looks super powerful, right? Like once you get 3-4 items, all of the heroes on the die are actually afraid of you. Like there's just so much freedom you have, so many mana void targets, like at least 4. And yeah, it's going to be a tough game for Secret if they can't stop this anti-mage early. Like as the panel already said, they need to set the pace set a really high pace rather, because this Morphling is going to be middle. He's going to have a lot of levels, a lot of farm. He's going to be much stronger than the anti-mage early on, and they don't have the best heroes to really kill him. So together with Lash and Ice Timber, I think Nisha can make some magic happen.
He's got a high win rate on that Morph, like the panel said. Does that take away though from the Lash if he's not mid, he's not getting those levels, he's in a side lane splitting experience? Is his pushing potential just going to be a little bit slower? Like, does that matter as much?
I am not a big fan of side lane Lash, just because of what you just mentioned. Like, levels are just so integral to this hero, and getting the level 4 edict fast is just so important. They're prioritizing the carries game over the pace setters game, and that can really backfire against a hero like Anti-Mage. So we'll see how it works out for them. But this AM, in theory, should free farm against this Nyx Timbersaw. They can't really threaten him at all.
It'll be interesting to see Skitter have his chance with this anti-mage, and then of course we've always talked about it. Ice on this Timbersaw, how strong, how destructive he is with it, and we've seen some really good games out of him with this Timbersaw coming into this event. Couple of stuns on Snaking.
Well,
to use a tango or so.
Yeah, now we all know who did more finger training. Definitely Tundra. But to snatch both the runes in a right-click duel.
They have the follow-up stun, but it just won't be in time.
Yeah, it's hard because the Oracle spell didn't actually root him for all that long. I think it was only channeled half duration. Very tough to set up a dash stun on that.
And they still want to go after 3-3.
Another one though.
Really put on some harassment. They've got another stun from Sumail, so they're going to keep right-clicking. And when they're ready, they might just throw a split earth, potentially get the kill onto the Doom if he's not too careful. Good avoiding of the stun.
They're going right-click though by both.
Another
one.
Fortune's End coming out. Mana not a problem here for the Oracle, and eventually Sumail's just going to run him down and get first blood. Long and drawn out, but successful at the end.
Yeah, it's a terrible start for Tundra. Like, both of them have just been peeled at by so many right clicks and like 3 lash stuns and 4 Fortune's Ends. This lane is going to be rough now for Tundra. Very good start for the lash.
I don't really think that he can get another kill like that. Obviously, it took him a long time to get that first kill. So 3-3, I want to assume should be safe, right? He just TP'd in a lane. If he dies again in the next few seconds or so, if they were to play aggressive on him, he'd have to walk all the way back. But I don't really see that happening.
Nah, I don't really think they have the biggest kill threat unless you're actually out of position, which it's pretty easy to not be if you just like manipulate the creep waves and stuff like that, which he's very, very good at. So I'm not afraid. Puppy though, and a little bit low
on the Weaver. Yeah, he needs to be a little bit careful. But there's the split earth. They're doing a lot of damage on the Snake King.
No fairy fire
forward, and Puppy might just get run down by the scorched earth and the help of Snake King on the Weaver. That's exactly what's going to happen. So they do end up getting a little bit of revenge up the top.
Yeah, and that's just the power of the Weaver. Like this double hit, this Akushi, it just deals so much damage, which is just why this hero is so popular lately, especially as support. You don't really need levels to just deal an absurd amount of damage.
Seen a couple of Weavers in the carry position too when they get that third Geminate attack and just rip through everybody.
Yeah, by the way, Timber so far 0 CS. Might get it first right here. Yeah. Not looking good for him at all.
So far, not a fun time, that's for sure. You can see the AM of Skitter just safe to farm, like you said. No matter what they try to do against him, he's here right-clicking, CSing away.
Yeah, mid lane is pretty much the same story though, because Spiritbreaker just can't stop the morphing from free farming. So both the carries should have a fantastic game this time around, and we'll have to see what the pace setters have for Sumail and a stun, but Weaver too tanky. Also gets 2 strength per level for some reason. AM only gets 1.6, by the way. I don't complain.
He's in some trouble. He's still getting hit up.
Has he hit himself though?
King, Fortune's End, Sentry down, right clicks in, Purifying Flames, and Sumail helping out with the Lightning Storm finish. Puppy was getting run at by this Weaver. Aggression, well, turned sour.
Yeah, the power of double nuke, double range lane. Like Lash plus Oracle is... It's just one of the most disgusting lanes, honestly, in the safe lane. So tough to play against.
I'm a big fan when you get that level 2 in the Purifying Flames as Oracle. You start outputting some big damage. It is so fun to maybe steal a kill here or there, you know?
Yep, just casually doubles the damage to 180. Level 3, no problem. On like a what cooldown? 3 seconds? 2.5 even, okay. Sounds fair. A bot lane, completely out of mana on a Timbersaw, so AM's free farm has been initiated. Well, he had free farm all the time, but he's gonna farm even freer now.
Auto losing his courier.
Yeah, but at least he'll eat the cheese.
Everybody looking to eat that cheese, but you don't want to be ILTW when it comes to couriers.
No. He's had the worst luck of any player I've seen probably ever when it comes to couriers, so... Yeah. Snaking. It's gonna be full duration.
Yeah, there's going to be a follow-up stun. Ooh, Infernal Blade stops it. Now they're
76
turning on Sumail.
Yeah.
There's the Lightning Storm out. Has the stun still. Needs to be careful. Shikuchi forward, but doesn't want to play too aggressive with the Diabolic Edict coming up.
Yeah, that's a little bit of a weakness of the safe lane Lash. Like, you want to max out the Edict because you're not getting a whole lot of levels, but if you have level 2 Split Earth and level 2 Stun, Lightning, you actually just kill there, which a mid Lash would have. But, you know, because you're in a safe lane, you get as many levels, you kind of just want to max out Edict to be as efficient as possible.
Sitting level 5 at the moment. So, ahead of both the Weaver and the Doom.
Yeah. So, it's peaceful right now. So let's talk a little bit about this Timbersaw AM lane, right? So, AM can't really ever kill the Timbersaw, but it's much easier for him to last it and deny creeps, of course, right? So that's why AM is considered so good against Timbersaw. And then maybe level 6 with a rotation, you can kill him with a Mana Void, but even that's not the easiest task. It's just like you can't get pressured by Timbersaw, which in itself is a win already.
And it's a win enough where he goes for the Orb of Corrosion. We've seen some anti-mages skip that altogether.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm like a big fan of the item against the Timber, because you don't really have a kill threat, as I said. Like -3 armor when he has like 20.
9 just getting run down here. Puppy having that second level in the Purifying Flames. It was the Adaptive Strike, and then Purifying Flames gets the kill.
Wish I could have seen that. I don't have any vision on the map right now. Gotta restart my game.
It's a good kill to have. Nisha's certainly having a really easy time over mid. Pulling away by quite a bit. 24 CS for the Spirit Breaker, 38 for Nisha with 14 denies. They're going to run it 3-3 top, while bottom they go after Ice. 3-3 over in the top lane is going to get run down by Sumail, and there's nothing he can do to really get away, especially once Puppy makes the return over. Meanwhile, 9's gone bottom.
Yeah, too impatient. They needed the Mana Void. It would have been 100% a kill, but they didn't wait for it. So the rotation was kind of wasted. He needed 1 creep only to level 6. Unfortunate.
Can't get that charge to go all the way through with the Adaptive Strike. And 9 is a full level behind Nisha.
Yeah, it's an impossible lane, honestly. Like, it's probably the worst matchup for a Spirit Breaker. Like, Morphine just has so much base damage and you can't pressure him at all. You have no spells to make him low HP or force any morph ups. So
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
But at least the AM is free farming, you know. It's silver lining.
Is that everything the game is relying on, though?
It is. Like, the AM's has been last pick because he has such a good core matchup against anybody, right? So a fat AM can definitely solo carry this game. Like, no doubt about it. But on top of that, look at Doom. He's actually the highest network of the game. And he's greeting it out with a Midas.
Yeah, going the Ultra Greed, knowing that this game might have to go late for them to beat the early game pressure and get Anti-Mage some farm. Going to the Midas, he's only got now level 3 in the Devour, and that's after 2 deaths in the top lane. So 33, you know, not falling too far behind the pace of what a Doom has early on in the game, despite the fact that he's had some struggles.
Yeah, luckily one of those deaths was like right at the beginning before the creeps even hit each other, so that death usually doesn't cost too much. So before Edict on the top tower, gotta pop the glyph, probably, maybe, yeah. SB's charging, they got a Doom.
He's charging, but he's already far away, and the rest of his team, they're going in, catch up. Yeah, he's committing all the way through. 9 kind of singled out because he put himself in this position. They'll miss the stun, but they've got Skitter with the Mana Void to just blow up Sumail.
Nice bait. Even I didn't see it coming.
I wasn't so certain. Yeah, I wasn't so certain Skitter was going to make the rotation all the way over. But once he did, they have the catch to go and finish off this little Shrek.
It was a perfect rotation though, because you can't really lane bottom anymore, so you don't want to be there. And top lane is pretty much free farm for him. Like, Lash cannot pressure an anti-mage at this point. How far away is he from the Battle Fury? Still 3 components. So he went for Treads and Orb of Corrosion. So the slowest quote-unquote Battle Fury build-up you could go for. But I admit, I don't like the Orb of Corrosion too much, because as I said, Timbersaw doesn't care about it. We'll see if it backfires. Because 900 gold towards the Battle Fury is a lot.
Yeah. Is it reactionary?
It is. A reactionary to what though? Like, you know it's Timbersaw, you know you can't kill him, you know he won't have any mana, right? Like, that's just how the matchup works.
Maybe fighting early? I have no idea if he wants to counterplay some of the aggression that Secret's going to play, but I don't really think he should be moving around all too much unless he's guaranteed to kill, which he was up top if he just made that move and mana voided.
Yeah, but then again, he doesn't need the Orb of Corruption for that one, right?
Yeah.
We'll see. Maybe it will lead to him surviving once more or so. 150 health is not bad.
Charge it, Puppy. They've got 3 heroes here to try and make something happen.
Ash.
And they just needed 17% to actually hit, and unfortunately it doesn't. Now Fada getting turned on. They've got the Fortunes and Nisha joining in. Gets the charge out onto 9. All this Undying's being singled out by both supports. Waveform charge away. Adaptive Strike on the low ground now. Far enough away where he might survive. They still have Spirit Breaker forming as a morph.
Charged.
I was going to get charged after he blinks back, so here comes the Morphling. Nisha with the Adaptive Strike, the right click seam, Mana Void, and it just holds him back for a moment. Keeps everybody alive, though.
Yeah, and now the ping to bottom. What's the auto-rotated top? I'm pretty worried about 9's game.
Oh,
or Fata again, yeah.
Starting to heal off the Purifying Flames, but he's going to die eventually.
Would he eat the cheese? Not right now. Yeah.
Usually after every death.
Yeah. Well, look at Spirit Breaker's net worth. He's a mid hero. It's rough. Rough. Sometimes creativity can be the death of you.
I'm wondering if it was creativity or just knowing that they needed the anti-mage and was forced to move this Spirit Breaker somewhere else.
Has been killed.
I mean, they could have just gone with the Weaver carry and picked like a Storm Spirit or something.
Right.
But yeah, that's what they went for. So see how it works out for them. But Battle Fury is still far away.
You're forcing all this time now. Anti-mage has to move from lane to lane. Not exactly sitting all too comfortable, lane at the moment. He finally does go back bottom after everybody came top, but still, you're spending that time moving and not getting that Battle Fury.
Yeah, Doom, however, is still massive, so it's a win for Tundra. Once he has his BKB, he can actually just run in and find a good Doom on potentially the Lash. Next Vendetta, they have no sentry. No sentry, but he can't solo kill aim. He needs at least +2.
Fada. He's kind of in this odd spot that makes it so the attention's on him. He's going to start to run with 3 heroes coming his way.
So much space.
It really is space created. Eventually the space will run out for him and Nisha will get the kill and take out Fada. Still eating the cheese. They'll go after Ice. They've got 33 in. They'll doom him up. 4 heroes in this with Skitter involved. They'll get the kill onto Ice. 33 getting himself credit for yet another kill. Now 3-2.
CS Lul. Sadowski that tried to last it.
Didn't get it.
If it's me, I would just mana avoided that, because getting that kill is actually pretty important. It's like 250 gold, which is like 6-7 CS. And your Battle Fury is already like not slow, but not the greatest timing, Any little bit counts. Boing.
Spirit Breaker on the mid tier 1.
Yeah, not a glyph though.
And they have no Doom, so Secret can feel pretty confident pressuring this tier 1 mid.
Yeah, where's their team fight also? They have none. A Tombstone is their team fight.
Currently on cooldown.
Yeah, and it's only level 1 also. Like, he's not even trying to team fight because he knows they can't. They gotta get a lot of money on all of the heroes before they can really fight. So it's gonna be Secret grouping up, pushing a lot of towers, and Tundra trying to split them, pick them off.
So far, Secret have done a good job. They got the outer towers in the mid and safe lanes, so the map opens up for them. 9 though in on Sumail as well as Puppy. Fada coming over with 33. They're going to try and make a move with Snake King kind of coming around the back. They go after Puppey for a second. The damage onto this Weaver. Now he's stunned up and just killed off. Sumail gets the kill. They'll charge through
Careful AM.
the Spirit Breaker. Now they've got themselves a false promise, but they get the kill on a Puppey. And Nisha, Skitter with the Mana Void, gets themselves 2. They'll run down YapzOr, take out Sumail, and 4 heroes die on the side of Secret.
Damn. There was a massive Mana Void on the Leshrac who had like 200 mana out of 1.2k. So everybody took a good 1000 damage nuke. Morphling just disappeared. He was a full agi, gone. Well, it's like AM still ended up dying, but obviously was a full team wipe pretty much, so very well worth it.
It says, yeah, Skitter dropped before he even got both those kills.
But you like, let's just say this doesn't happen and he just dies because it was like a millisecond or so, right? Mm-hmm. He doesn't get those kills, he dies. Like his game is pretty over at that point. Like it's so risky to join these fights. This time it worked out, which I'm happy with because I want AM to win, obviously. Very close to the Fury now. 300 gold. And Doom is just so far ahead of everyone. This game state is really good for them.
Madman. He's almost got this BKB. Yeah.
He has it. The Devour is about to come off cooldown. And there it is. Great hero.
So way more comfortable going into these fights with the BKB, and they've got Doom up. That was a fight without the Doom, and they still seem to take it not easily. I think a couple things lined up for them, obviously. Charge comes out of the Spike Carapace, Nyx Assassin, YapzOr back into sentry range, just kind of sitting there, and he doesn't know that this sentry's around that they just placed, so he'll be taken out. Good work there. Tundra don't give it away immediately that they drop down that sentry, and they're able to get a kill on the YapzOr.
Yep. AM's Battlefield is also there. The game is going very well for them. Another charge. They have Doom potentially.
Oh, killing off Nisha immediately. They're going to get Puppey as well. This is with them just recently stacking. Oh, gosh.
This is the worst case scenario for Secret. Morph keeps dying just before his Lincoln Sphere. He had the perfect start, but like, look at his net worth now. Same as the Spirit Breaker.
They'll take care of all the stacks that were made for Nisha.
Yeah, thank you.
We've got this Battle Fury now. Not the quickest timing, but we'll see what Skitter can do with it. He's been involved quite a bit. He's 2-1-4 for an anti-mage, a hero that we normally see try to isolate himself and get that Battle Fury as quick as possible. He has been involved in quite a bit.
Yeah, but it's because they have so many good Mana Void targets, as we previously alluded to. And they're, at least the Leshrac is kind of crippling his item build to... Sure, there's a charge and a Mana Void, but do you really want Lincolns first on your Lash? It sounds pretty suboptimal. Well, it doesn't matter, we'll see what happens. YapzOr Vendettaing up, trying to find a kill, but the sentry placement and positioning of Fata is just so good this game.
Vision is ready for this Nyx Assassin.
They see him every time. They're like, ah, damn it, I have sentry, put it down immediately.
And it's stopping this Nyx Assassin from maybe adding to the pressure of Secret, and we're gonna go into Roche on Secret.
It looks so forced.
I think Tundra know exactly what this is happening, and they have Sneaking throwing a swarm in. They've left this Roche now with about 60% of his health.
Yeah, it looks so forced. All they have to do on Tundra is wait for the Doom. He has his BKB, almost blink, and then
Skitter.
Be careful. Okay. But yeah, all they have to do is wait now, because this Doom is pretty much unkillable, and they're on the clock. AIM is farming. Doom has Midas Devourer. Like, you are losing right now in your Secret.
I will eat the cheese.
And down 4,000.
Yeah.
Isha getting charged again, but 9 will stop it early. With Puppey making the rotation.
Yeah, this game is looking pretty rough for Secret. They only have 1 stun against the anti-mage, which is the Nyx. But as we said, he's always getting sentried out. Ooh, close.
Showing the high 5 as he crosses through mid, all the way down towards bottom. Although right into the hands of Ice, bulldoze and on the run. They've used the dust. They'll catch 9 for a second. He's got charging one more, and yeah, he's way far away.
Like dust disappears so quickly once you have the bulldoze active. Like you actually need sentry wards or a gem.
Yeah, level 4, 70% is. Yeah, I say it every time we see the Spirit Breaker together. It's kind of ridiculous.
Yeah, it's a 0 too much.
Yeah, especially because there was that time in the game where a lot of heroes were getting status resistance. Then that was all taken away, and now you got Spirit Breaker with 70%.
Arthur's eating the cheese again.
And he'll eat the cheese, aka eat the gank, but does he eat the gank? The charge comes all the way through, and they're gonna pop Sumail with the Mana Void once again. They've got the Doom onto the Oracle. That means no saves. They'll chase down Puppey, they'll chase down Ice. 3 heroes down to the side of Secret. Yapzor behind the tier 1 tower, and presumably to safety, but you know, you never know with Tundra, who might just make the jump. They're gonna go into Roche instead, though.
If they get this Roshan, this game is all but over. So they gotta try to do something about it. But it's only Morph and then Nyx. What can they really do? If this AM gets the Aegis here, just at 5 minutes of free farm, you won't be able to stop him anymore. And it's theirs.
Something that Secret started and wanted, but they don't end up getting, and now they've fallen behind 7,000 net worth.
Yeah, I remember I said they had no team fight, right? But if Bara gets a 4-man charge, then it's pretty equivalent to like a good lion impale or something like that, you know? Deals a ton of damage. Sailed for really long. Oh, they can't catch. Oh, no. He doesn't even know, but... Oh, double damage rune. If he didn't have that, he doesn't die.
Nisha finally getting another one on the board.
Yeah. But he needs so many more items. Like, if you're ever behind AM and net worth, you're really not comfortable fighting him as a Morphling.
First item Lincoln's is always a tough look.
Yeah,
from an outside
especially
perspective.
in the Lesh. Like, Lesh really ruined his own game with this. Oh, looking for a setup bottom again. He can just charge a creep if you stun him. Is he gonna do that?
Got Doom nearby. No Doom available,
nice.
but they're gonna go. They've got the Blink as well as the Inferno Blade. Follow that up with the War Stomp. The lockdown's there to kill off Sumail. All that with Scorched Earth on is quite enough damage to get this kill onto the Shrek, but now they've come over with the Timbersaw as well as the Oracle. They're bringing over Nisha. So 3 heroes here. The charge is out. Bulldoze, charge over onto the Oracle. Waveform forward. The Adaptive Strike to get the kill on a 9. Nisha gets at least 1 in return, but they end up losing Puppey with the BKB being popped by 33. Yapzor's come over. Fada's here. Dropped on the Tombstone. BKB's running out. Nisha got the Spirit Vessel on him. They'll pop the Lincolns. They'll continue to chase. Fada, they'll eat the cheese. Oh, the Soul Rave almost enough, and they've got another Spirit charge on him. The Swarm's on Nisha. 33 blinks in, but doesn't get the kill on Nisha. Now he looks over at Ice, but the stun from Yapzor. They've got the impale. Nisha finally drops the Snake King. They're bringing over Skitter. They've got the Doom on Ice. They don't even care. They don't need to run him down. Fada gets the kill there on Ice. They'll look over at Yapzor. Nick Tessin should be next. They'll TP in Sumail, who died earlier in this fight. Gets a 2-man stun, but it's not going to matter. They've already lost everybody.
Yeah, it's Secret is looking pretty like disorganized. Lesh dies already, then they slowly try to trickle in and kill a Spirit Breaker, which they finally get after a while. But it's way too late already. All the reinforcements are there, and yeah, like I don't know what to do at this point as Secret. You don't even have a use to stop the Spirit Breaker from charging as your Leshrac. You just get 3 charges off every time. It's a brutal game for Secret. I never expected the game to go this one-sidedly.
It's been quite rough.
Is it even a word? One-sidedly?
I think so.
Okay, good. If not, we just create words. That's what we do in German anyway.
Shakespeare did it. You can get away with it.
Yeah, for sure. Especially in this new generation, like in a modern timeline, right?
When yeet is considered a word, you can say whatever you want.
Yeet!
That's what they're doing to the Secret team. Eating them.
Oh, they're not just eating them, they're like burying them. Oh my god, he's going high ground. He will eat the cheese again.
Fada.
You know what I realized, whenever they're really far ahead and he dies, then he eats the cheese. If the game is even and he dies, then he doesn't.
Invisibility.
Yeah, he definitely becomes a looser player once they have the lead, and he just spams that voice line.
Yeah. But also when they're really far behind, he does the same thing. It's just when the game is tense, you know? And he's like, okay, I gotta actually try hard. Oh my god.
He is caught. They have just so much to lock him down and then take away his mana with the help of 33. And I say so much. Maybe that's a little bit of an overstatement. But Inferno Blade into the War Stomp, when you've got Skitter taking away your mana in that short amount of time, that's a lot to deal with.
Also, he's level 15 and Doom has a shard, which means he's taking an additional 150 damage. An additional 0.6 second stun. Good old level death, baby. They're all in that range right now. Sumail is, Nisha is, SIS is. 3 is a great number.
You guys all thought level death was a bad ability.
Middle tower is under attack.
It was the best thing back then. Like, you reach level 6 as mid Doom, enemy reaches level 6, the multiplayer was level 6, bam, instant death.
It's also like the fact that level death also, I believe, had a question mark in it.
Yeah, it did.
So it's just like level death? Maybe?
Yeah, level death question mark. I'm pretty sure it came from like a Final Fantasy game.
Yeah, that's a materia, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean,
I think it's a yellow materia.
It can be whatever in Final Fantasy. But yeah, it's a great mechanic. We should have more like that in Dota, like level sleep, you know, level stun.
All the levels, level damage, level death. Well, I guess level death is level damage, but level sleep,
movement speed.
That's a passive, based on your level. I don't hate it. Take that, you know, put that in for bulldoze. Get that status resistance out of here.
Level status resistance.
God, no. That's just bulldoze.
Pretty much. Well, they're gearing up for the next team fight, and Shiva's got already completed on the Doom. He is just
so farmed.
Yeah, like 3k out of the anti-mage even.
To be fair, anti-mage has been playing the catch-up game.
He's just gonna BKB and he's fine.
There's the Doom on CIS. They go to the ult on Yapzor from 9. Charge over to the creep wave, so that's going to keep Yapzor controlled. The Bat is in to get the kill there onto the Nyx Assassin. They look over at Ice. They look for a high 5. They've got their hands out. You're my favorite player. You're my favorite player. And then they eventually get the kill.
Oh, pop the jukes though to be.
No.
You could have put this BKB on Doom if you really wanted to kill him, but he's like, alright, puppy. I don't hate you that much. Yet.
It's like Headband, Titan Sliver for the side of Secret.
Why do you think Fail Grenade breaks Lincoln's, but Psychic Headband doesn't?
Because the game's in beta?
Yeah. Because they removed it from Psychic Headband, but not Fail Grenade.
They should keep it on Psychic Headband, my opinion.
Or remove it from Fail Grenade, one of the two.
Yeah. Should either be both or neither.
Yeah. Weaver, no, just run away.
Immediately lose the outpost.
The entire squad is there too. Oh, Oracle's charged again. BKB is up on Spirit Breaker, can just kill that Oracle.
It's gonna come through Sumail. And now go after the Oracle. They've got the Spirit Vessel. They get the kill on a puppy who's going to be forced to buy back. Might look over at Nisha going after 33, but 33 pops the BKB, goes to the Inferno Blade, the pop the Manta, and he's focusing attention on the Doom, while Sumail ends up falling to 3-0 here on the side of Tundra. They finally take up 33. They've got the charge that lands on Nisha, but they focus their attention on mana burn. Once again. The mana burn is there. Skitter snaking. Nisha on the run, waveforming away, and now, oh, Ice. He's free to leave too, as the rest of Tundra abandon this fight.
It was pre-Skadi. Like, look how good Skadi is against this entire Dire lineup. Like, they all hate it. He's just about by it.
Skitter, just in on
It's a lot of mana gone.
Absor Dustin. Boys is done. and holding the Nether Strike for the moment. Mana Void used on Isis. They'll throw the Nether Strike. Finally, Absol to get the kill. Nisha coming in from behind. We're going to maybe get a kill on a Snake King. 9, he focuses his attention onto Puppey, taking the Oracle out of the equation. They look to kill off the Tombstone, but there's the Soul Rip. Nisha struggling with this one. Right-clicks in and never kills the Tombstone. He can't even get that accomplished. Nisha now forced a waveform out. It's just away from the side of Tundra. A Secret. You're there to back him up.
Yeah, they're just patiently waiting for the Doom to be back, which he is now. Get the next Roshan, and then probably try to end this game. Because AM just finishes Skadi, so if he's ever on top of Morphling, he is a goner. Also look at the ridiculous damage Spirit Breaker deals. He solo kills both supports, no problem.
And the charge is obnoxious. He doesn't even have the Ags yet.
He just reached level 22, so he gets his 200 movement speed talent on the charge.
Oof. Fast cow.
Yeah, good luck. I think my max speed was 1,800 or so.
Oh my god.
Which is ridiculous. And also there's a ridiculous amount of damage.
He's at 960 right now. 960 going after Puppey. 1,744 coming in. Man,
and gone again.
Coming in so fast, like a meteor.
What do you even do?
Puppey, Ice both die.
You know, Ice had uled, but he couldn't ule him. It's too fast. Like you actually need to play Osu. Have you ever played that game?
No, I've never. I've only seen it.
Yeah, so you gotta play Osu on the hardest difficulty. Then you can like do a mouse flick like that, zack, or like Counter Strike. I have no idea, but it's ridiculous. You see that thing, you're like, ah, okay, got him, but your mouse is like, eh.
Ooh, they found Nisha. Uh-oh. 33 with the kill. Now on a killing spree.
Yeah.
Anthony's trying to catch up.
It's just been all Tundra for like, what, 15 minutes now? It's pretty demoralizing as a Secret fan right now.
I would say probably closer to like 25 minutes.
I mean, not since minute 6, surely.
I don't know. It just... Yeah, I guess. He's still losing 33 in the top lane. He maybe got his second death around then. And...
Yeah, but it's not pretty. And I love this. The AM shot is an absolute hard counter to all of these dire heroes. Anyone who doesn't know what it does, it reduces spell damage by 10% and 900 AoE. And if you're right on top of them, more than 300 AoE, I think, yeah, they lose an additional 20% spell damage. So, if Flash deals 100, he's going to deal 70 per second, which is nothing. Nothing. Oh, it also works on pure damage, by the way. So, yeah, even this Timbersaw won't do anything.
I'm thinking Skitter might blink back. That's not the answer. He's going to blink forward and go after Ice.
Yeah. It's such a good shot, actually. Very underutilized. Very happy they gave it to him. I suppose they're just going to wait for AM's BKB and then try to close out the game. They're probably like, the final is waiting for us, guys.
The Spirit Breaker has so much speed. Got the spider legs to drop. Has the Shadow Blade as well.
Yeah, he's missing Yasha though, which is coming out shortly. And the level 25 talent, of course, for the more bash damage. One hit in creep waves as Spirit Breaker. Nothing more satisfying. Nyx is on the hunt though. So...
Yeah, Nisha's right there. They've got the sentry. Broke in, stunned, and killed.
800 gold. For a killing spree. That's how far behind they are.
Yeah. Now Yapster trying to run Skitter, moving in on this. Puppey comes over, but that's not going to be to any avail as they'll get the kill on the Yapster. Now Puppey's caught himself out of position, so Skitter with the double kill. The two-man stun coming in from Sumail. They get the kill on Fada. Ice gets credit for that one. So 2 for 2 so far overall. And Tundra, again, not pressing the issue to a point where they take a fight that's unfavorable for them.
Yeah, they really don't have to. Although Morph is getting quite a bit of items now, he's really like the only threat as of now. Wow, refresher already on Doom. Jesus Christ.
So much gold.
Yeah.
Oh, Skitter. BKB gets popped. 3 heroes around him. Sumail getting chased. He's in trouble. Infernal Blade. He's dead on his screen already, and they know that. So they place the Doom on Ice. They'll get both kills. They'll take up Sumail and Ice, and there's really not much Secret can do to react to that.
Yeah, but like, what do you do in general? Like, you go on Skitter. He literally just presses BKB, kills the Lash, and everybody's running from him. They have no options.
It's also nice to see them, like, you could see just, sometimes you'll see, oh, we need to kill Sumail, throw the Doom on him, but they know they've killed him already. Even though he's got half his life left, they'll Doom up Ice and get themselves a second. It's the chaining of kills that has looked so good for them.
He might be about to be broken.
Puppy. Absol does have that Ags. I'm not sure that's going to even matter. Puppy. He's going to try and survive. Not looking good, though. And now Nisha, he turns into the Spirit Breaker, trying to turn this one around, and the kill on a 9. 9 gets onto the low ground, and now they've got the help from this Weaver with the time lapse. That actually sends them back into the base. The Impale lands on a 2. The charge down onto the Nyx Assassin. They'll pop the Lincolns. They'll get the Doom out on to this Morphling kill off. Nisha, he's dead for 94 seconds. Yapzor, 3-man slump, but that doesn't mean his life is okay. And Skitter will get the credit for that one, and he's now godlike.
Yeah, pretty one-sided affair, unfortunately. There would be like a last effort, potentially with a Morph buyback. Here it is. But will that matter?
Down. It's not looking like it's going to matter at all with the BKB being popped by Skitter. They've got the time lapse again over onto the Doom, so that'll save his life. Sumail gets run down. No way he's getting back into the base, and they'll look over at Nisha, finish him off there too. And it's a full team wipe and a victory for Tundra in this game number 1.
Yeah, it's a shame that the game went this way. Because like we said, it really has to push the pace. I suppose they tried to, but Tundra was just...
What does perfect even mean? Is there even such a thing? Ooh, can we switch up all the rules and imagine a utopia? Darling, I'm just so fed up with these expectations. They keep weighing me down. My heart is begging me to get the hell out of my head. I'm gonna live inside the upside down for a minute and pretend, honey, I'm a perfect 10. Whoa, whoa, honey, I'm a perfect 10. Whoa, whoa, and if I say expectations, they keep weighing me down. My heart is begging me to get the hell out of my head. I'm gonna live inside the upside down for a minute and pretend, honey, I'm a perfect 10. Whoa, honey, I'm a perfect 10. Whoa, and if I say it enough, it gets ingrained in my head, and I start to think, honey, I'm a perfect 10. Honey, I'm a perfect 10. Whoa, honey, I'm a perfect 10. Honey, I'm a, yeah. Messing with my head again. You had your heart set on me, but these feels, they come and go, and they come so easily. Tell me what it is about you that I can't forget, but you're breaking down my walls again just to set me free. Why do I, baby, why do I love the way you are, we always leave me? Why do I, baby, why do I love the touch but never love the feeling? Why do I, baby, why do I love the way you are, we always leave me? Why do I, baby, why do I love the touch but never love the feeling? Close your eyes and just stay tight. We have to go. Stay with me while we leave. Don't worry, just believe me. This journey will relieve us. Stay with me while we leave. Stay with me.
your smile. Like the sunshine brings the light. Fill me out with a flame. I will let you win this game. Take me out when I'm down. 'Cause with you I'm safe and sound. 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 I'm safe and
But the way we can actually maybe win this game is if we up the tempo and take some risks with our item builds, right?
Yep.
Go on this super aggressive and just try to play like maniacs. Because playing out this game normally is not the play against what you're up against.
Yeah, it definitely felt like Tundra had a really nice kind of synergy going on with their 3 cores as well, where they went pretty greedy with their off laner, pretty greedy with their safe laner, could be punished. But then you have this mid that just wants to run at you all the time. And that really enables the Doom and the Anti-Mage. You know, you're talking about how they knew that they could kind of just go to the late game, they could trust in the Anti-Mage. But I think that was really capitalized upon by the Spirit Breaker pick, because he was just in their faces the whole time. Like, it was really hard for Secret to actually go and do anything about this hard farming Anti-Mage with Battle Fury and the Doom Midas. You know, it was just like, what do we do? Like, how do we answer this? I thought it was really well played from them just in terms of draft.
And it was also one of those games for an AM. Like, I was talking that it's on the 4 heroes to make the space, but then again, like, it was one of those games in which an AM, all he needs to do is blink in, void, and go away, right? Blink in, use your ulti, go away, and you're going to contribute to the fights, like in a really significant way.
Absolutely, absolutely. Alrighty, well, we do have a draft now available for game number 2 of Tundra versus Team Secret in this lower bracket finals. Just to remind you guys, the winner of this game will be going, if it's Tundra, will be going to the grand finals. But Team Secret are 1 game away from being eliminated from the whole damn tournament. And this time around, we have got Tundra playing the Spirit Breaker.
Yeah, so actually the bans are the same, but this pick order is reversed, right? If I remember correctly.
Yeah.
Tundra is showing that their priorities.
They love the Spirit Breaker.
Yeah, it was Nyx Assassin from Team Secret last, and now they get the Shadow Demon that we talked about as a counter to the Spirit Breaker.
All right.
Do they combo into something big, or they just? I mean, if you already picked the SD into a Spirit Breaker, now is the time to perhaps find some synergies.
We've seen people pick Luna in the spot before. I think we would also. I think Quap would also be a hero that they could consider. I think some people would pick maybe Invoker here as well.
Could be an interesting choice.
Yeah,
what do you really? Luna?
Yeah, but it's still so early, right? Like, you're revealing your hand. But if you don't pick it, it will be banned out by Tundra, like 90%. If you do go Luna, I think they instantly respond with a Razor afterwards. Even though I do like SD into a Razor because of the Purge as well. Like, just being able to slow him through BKB feels pretty solid in team fights. Just
I should go with the Nyx again.
Just opening up the support duo. Fair enough.
I don't know. That's quite interesting. Because, like, looking at these supports, it just doesn't look that appealing to me. You kind of have to single target, low damage supports, right? Shadow Demon, you're also showing that Shadow Demon is your 5. I mean, you could have a Nyx 5, Shadow Demon 4, but it's like, yeah, that doesn't make it any better. Plus, you pick the Nyx into Spirit Breaker. I don't know. I guess the Nyx can cancel charge with his carapace. We saw that once or twice last game. So that is maybe one factor, but I don't know. I don't think Nyx does anything to Breaker apart from that.
I guess you're protecting yourself from, like you mentioned earlier, some heroes, the Screen of Pain, int heroes that just can dominate with Spirit Breaker. Imagine if this is, let's say now, a snaking Spirit Breaker, getting something like a Quap. How do you lane mid lane any longer afterwards? Comes hard. It's possible, obviously. I'm over exaggerating, but difficult
Can't
to
you
deal with.
just... Yeah, I know, like, you have the drafting aspect of nukes, right? You prevent yourself against a bunch of heroes, but maybe you just Doom again. Yeah, Weaver.
Another one that doesn't really care about these two. Like Nyx with the Carapace is nice versus Sakuchi sometimes. Not amazing. And actually Secret do ban out the Doom. They didn't like playing into that. So
I mean, I can understand that.
It's pretty brutal.
Yeah, he has such a fast BKB that last game. And you don't have anything but BKB too, so that was also a big problem for them.
he had a nice BKB, and then they rotated with Spirit Breaker without a Blink Dagger on Doom. Just the amount of bashes that Spirit Breaker brings and allows 33 to get on top of, let's say, a Morphling and use that Doom before he can react.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. I did want to just go back to something you said earlier, Lizard, about you liking the Weaver into Nyx. I mean, to me, that matchup feels quite good for the Nyx assassin still, you know, because finding the Weaver before he's seen you always seems like a good move, so you can catch him before Itakuchi's away.
Did I say that I like it that much? Like, I mean, I didn't really go on either side, you know. Didn't really. I said that there is this Sakuchi that you can stop with Carapace. Yeah, you can catch out the Weaver, but
you gotta time it pretty well, though.
Yeah,
right. And also, you gotta kind of use your Vendetta and everything. Like your whole kit has to go into killing this support Weaver.
Right. And of course, Weaver can always get the shard as well, which takes away one of your elusive capabilities. Very annoying for the Nyx.
And Undying as well.
They're just getting rid of the heroes that worked for Tundra in that last game. Doom, the Undying. I don't see... I guess these two supports can't really deal with the Tombstone, right? That's also the case.
Yeah, they can't. And I think it's also getting to the point now where teams have seen enough of each other's games that they understand what heroes they're looking at and what heroes they excel at, right? I remember in the beginning of Dota Pit, we were like, what are teams actually playing? We don't really know. And it felt like teams also didn't know. But now the bans you see are very much targeted to either like OP heroes of the meta, or just very targeted towards the, you know, specific team. In this case, Tundra, right? These 4 heroes banned out by Secret are just Tundra specials the last like week and a half.
The same comes from Tundra pretty much, but not perhaps from last week, but from ever since, let's say, Nisha got to Team Secret or Sumail got to it. They're banning out all their heroes.
Long time being spent by Puppy here on the bans, that's for sure. He is really making sure that the sport duo is not going to be abused by something.
Secret needs some kind of damaged team fight, right? Lane push. There's a lot of things they don't really have in their draft right now.
Yeah, having a support duo without lane push always feels lane shift just feels a little bit,
and you can't
a little bit limiting.
You can't afford to get that Darkseer Nyx combination as well. It's a little bit too early right now, at least. They go for a Centaur. Are they prepping a Razor pick here? Maybe. I mean, into a Weaver, it doesn't sound great.
Possibly not. Yeah.
Maybe Tundra can pick the Razor 5 here, just like they did yesterday. I don't know.
I mean, actually, Centaur plus Shadow Demon is a nice lane. If the SD is 4, right? Like you get that nice round with the illusions and the stun.
Well, we saw it yesterday get destroyed by Wraith King Razor.
Okay, well, we have 1.
All right, 1 out of 2. Let's go, Tundra. I mean, I was about to say, I really like the Weaver Razor combo when they're on the same team, because when you get those bugs on the heroes whilst the Razor's chasing them, you don't have time to stop and kill the bugs. You get the visions of the lightning strikes constantly going on you. The damage is insane from that lightning storm just constantly reapplying and getting your armor down even lower. Like it's super obnoxious to play into.
Oh, that's nice.
I also really think the Wraith King is a great response to Centaur. Not only is he pretty good against him in lane, he also just buys this Desolator, right? Which, like, Centaur needs to buy a Vanguard and maybe a Hood sometimes as well. And then he also needs Blink Dagger, so it takes a long time for Centaur before he gets armor.
Right.
And the Wraith King can just kind of, I don't know, he just doesn't seem tanky against Wraith King, right? Another factor is the fact that you have Centaur stun, which is kind of a little bit of a one-trick pony. You stun and then you're kind of done, right? That's all you have. But against Wraith King, what do you really gain from stunning this guy? He has 2 lives. He's also quite tanky. So I think it's a very good hero against Centaur, and also a Tundra special.
And, oh, they go for the 3. I was thinking maybe they'll go for the Razor, as Troll looks all right for me on the side of Team Secret. Maybe that was an option for them.
I also think the 3 pick makes perfect sense, because what you want to do against Centaur is to keep that top lane, that safe lane tower alive as long as possible. If you can keep that tower alive past 10 minutes, I feel like Centaur as a hero has lost like a lot of its value.
It helps out Spirit Breaker as well, right? In all the dives, if he goes for the living armor early enough.
Yeah, he will, I think.
Spirit Breaker can be a bit crazier. Okay, so
right.
I was thinking Troll versus Spirit Breaker if Spirit Breaker is laning versus him, right? And kind of a decent Wraith King matchup. But usually Centaur, when you get it, you don't just pick Centaur for no reason right now. And one of the reasons might be that disengage once you pick one of these heroes, such as a Medusa or a Drow Ranger or anything like that. They go with the Medusa. I've seen the Wraith King matchup though yesterday, Medusa Wraith King, and Wraith King just ramped up the speed way too fast. That Armadazzo that you just mentioned gets a Blink Dagger, and Medusa suddenly does not feel as tanky as she usually does.
And also your supports are all dead by the time you've used like 2 spells on Medusa. So that was the issue that game, is that the Wraith King just one hit the supports every single time. It was pretty sad.
I think the Centaur pick is, I think the Medusa pick is not necessarily a combo with the Centaur in particular. I think it's more of a response to what Tundra doing. You see this tree end. Yeah, you see this tree end and you're like, well, we probably cannot force the issue too much this game. Like we need to make sure we don't get a similar scenario as last game where you're on a heavy timer against the tree and Wraith King. So you choose a different direction, right? And you pick this Medusa.
So for full late game, right? Yeah.
Yes, now you can at least play your game at your speed that you want to, right? And then you have the Medusa to rely on.
Interesting.
It looks like Team Secret is perhaps expecting a switcheroo from Tundra and Wraith King offlane, which is something that we've seen in this tournament. So they ban out the Phantom Lancer hero that's generally considered all right versus the Medusa. I think it would give some more value to Centaur though. Like he can itemize better. The laning stage for him instantly becomes a little bit stronger. Let's see what Tundra does.
It is just a very good peel against too, right? Against the Nyx Shadow Demons. Like you don't have anything against PL. So if they were to do some shenanigans, it would just be annoying.
Yeah. Are you playing against Tundra?
There you go.
Oh my goodness. Busting out the Spider Lady.
Dang.
Do you guys see a lot of Brood Mother at all, like even in the pubs? Like,
I've started to see it a bit more, yes. Obviously it's the same guys who always play the Brood Mother. Like they start picking it again. And I was speaking with Weha the other day as well, and he also said that he thinks Brood Mother is really underrated. You have some things you can do, like he said you can stand on the creep, like in the web, and the enemy cannot attack the creep because it's like your model is like on top of the creep, and there's stuff like that, that you can abuse. So I don't know if that's something to think about, but definitely interesting hero, and you don't have anything against Brood Mother right now.
Yeah, and
your lanes are gonna be a mess.
Now you have something, I suppose.
So is this Sand King mid, or are they just waiting to see? So Mel's going to be playing the Sand King and niche to Medusa.
How strong is the Sand King right now versus the Brood Mother? The laning stage should be fine for him.
Yeah, Sand King will farm a lot, right? But it's the Brood Mother will just move his spiders away, right? And farm as well. So it's like it's just a farm fest.
Yeah, but that's later.
Sand King has to stay there.
Yeah, but that's later on, right?
Oh, you mean early?
Yes, Sand King used to be really good versus Medusa when she had spiders early on. But then he became not that great because of the way Brood Mother works in the lane. So that's what I'm thinking.
I think Brood Mother does not care in this lane. He has that, what is that spell called now? It's still called insatiable hunger.
Yeah,
that thing is really, really strong early on. So he should get to his 6 like pretty much freely, I would think. Also a Shadow Demon 5, so yeah, I think Brood should be pretty happy. I just see all this pressure from Tundra, right? Like mid Spirit Breaker once again can connect to both side lanes. You have this Brood Mother. It's really disgusting, man.
So what do you think, guys? Have they just brooded their way into the OGA Dota Pick Grand Finals?
It just might be the case. We didn't really see a lot of cheese picks. An offlane Brood could prove to be one of those that just takes the game for them. And how do you deal with it? Like, you're this Medusa, you will have to run away from the lane very early on. Do you swap up? Do you put Sand King safe, maybe?
Yeah, I think you do.
Yeah.
Because you know it's a breaker mid, right? And Medusa should be pretty happy there. I mean, there's something to just be said about, like, if Medusa starts getting a lot of items, it is kind of hard for Tundra Zeros to kill him.
Right.
Like, if you get 2-3 items, you can kite a lot, like you can run around the Medusa a lot, but I don't know if you can literally, man fight her at any point in this game.
We will have to find out in game number 2 of Tundra versus Team Secret. To bring you the action, one of these casters is very, very strong. He can bench twice his own body weight and looks great in a leotard. Game number 2 of Tundra versus Team Secret. To bring you the action, one of these casters is very, very strong. He can bench twice his own body weight and looks great in a leotard. And he'll be casting with black.
Thank you, Nomad. These are all the facts. Used to wear a singlet when I wrestled in middle school, so I'm surprised you knew that. Information I don't really give out to people.
That's a good edge.
Love benching me some double my weight. It's not a lot of weight overall. I don't weigh that much. It's a good workout.
Speak after the ringing sound.
Hello, Black, you there?
Hello. Yeah, I'm not that happy right now, so have fun.
30 seconds to battle.
Why not?
I don't know.
Are you in Burned City right now?
Some dude, he threw some shade at me.
Oh, sometimes you gotta get it out of the sun, right? Get that shade. Don't want to get sunburned too much.
That's true. Actually, last time I went, true story. Last time I went into the sun, well, I didn't do it intentionally. I had to get my booster shot vaccine, right? Oh, hold that thought, double stomp bottom. Wow! Ice Ice actually dead.
Yeah, Ice Ice might be dead, but at 33, he'll get over the cliff's edge and be safe. So he's safe while Ice Ice dies to Snake King. And a little double stun action coming out. But look at the
doing the math right now. 5 times 200 gold. Okay, the first one was worth it. 120 gold extra.
Okay. Can we confirm that math in the chat?
Because you get 200 gold, which they don't get, which is 400 difference, but they got 280, so it's 120, because 400 minus 280 is 120.
There's a lot of numbers coming my way.
Oh, yeah. But I didn't take into account the assist gold, oh my god.
I need someone in chat to give me the math count. Burrow strike after the disruption, Snake King, Chikuchi's out. Puppy will stick with this courier, and now quick little sentry move there. Block that camp.
What's a snake?
Ooh.
Pata?
Yeah, he's gonna die here. Down bottom.
Fat A. Going down. Damn.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
33 losing his courier too.
Yeah, but
Secret
should be pretty easy for the Dusa. Until level 6. Well, sorry, for the Brood Mother. And then you just free farm, you get level 6 to start farming much faster than Sand King. Like, Sand King is a good lane against Brood, but it's not like stopping Brood's game, right? Like, nothing can stop Brood's game.
Anytime we doubt the Brood, it seems like the Brood just shoves our doubt in our face.
Yeah, insatiable hunger is too strong. It's too strong, we cop.
Yeah,
it's too strong, we can't contain it!
The shields are breaking down! We need more power!
Oh man, it's so dumb.
It's the double bug lane though.
It is.
It's the buggo top lane.
Is a spider considered a bug or an insect?
It's an arachnid. I guess is an arachnid considered a bug? Is a bug the over?
Well, I'll tell you. Is an considered an insect or bug? Spiders are not insects.
Oh, disruption, shadow poison, Snake King. Couple stacks on him, and now the burrow strikes there. Snake King, Shikuchi, Sentry. Oh,
Miss
getting
hit.
out of the high ground.
Miss hit. But wouldn't have killed him though.
He's got Shikuchi again in 3 seconds. Does he kill Puppy here? Does he sneak this one? Is there some way he gets it? Oh! He wanted it, just didn't get it. Puppy surviving. He'll have to take the long walk back, but he's happy with that. A little solo kill on the Snake King. Weaver.
Yeah, okay, so spiders are invertebrates. What is that?
You're gonna have to Google more.
An insect has 6 legs. That's great. Okay, so Weaver is an insect. It has 6 legs. Does it have 6 legs?
Yeah.
Radiant's bottom tower.
Well, no, only 4, right? And 2 arms.
Well, technically those are legs.
Ah, okay.
Dire structure.
Puppy versus Snake King
again.
round 2.
Yeah.
Encore. Snake has to be careful. It's only level 1 shadow poison though.
Yeah, but if he's not too careful, he'll get knocked out Tyron Woodley style.
You never
Don't
go
wanna be
that
catching
way.
that right.
No. Okay, so 9 once again, struggling a lot in the lane, which is expected, because you're playing Spirit Pick mid. But yeah, these silence are going decently. How was Wraith King doing? Free farm against the center. Wow, center was so poor.
Yeah, ISIS just cutting the lane, at least for a little bit. Disruption again up in the
Goodbye,
top
Snake
lane.
King.
Snake King. Shikuchi,
No
the
poison
sentry's down, and yeah, he's going to be able to walk it off. Fada.
Yeah.
Nice. Hey, okay.
Yep, and didn't get any levels into the armor on Fata,
Dire's courier
so he's
has been
going
killed.
for a more aggressive approach. Oh, Weaver on Courier Hunt, but Puppy knows. Oh, Snake King, hey!
Oh, gosh. All right.
Didn't expect that one.
Yeah, just kind of dies there. ISIS still
ISIS
getting run down, but Fada with the kill.
That is not a good look for him down here. It's a rough lane to lane against him. Wraith King, 3 and 2 of the strongest heroes in Dota. I mean, just like pure strength wise, I mean. It's double slow, triple slow even. A lot of right click damage. Skeletons.
Radiant's
What do you do
bottom
when the
tower
Ents and Skeletons form an alliance?
You burn it all down.
No.
When the ants and skeletons form alliances, and it's not ants and skeletons, it's an ant on Weaver, if you want to say Weaver's an ant, but it's
No, I
also
said
an
Ent,
arachnid.
the tree Ent.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah.
you still burn it all down.
Yeah, like fire
Answer
is
still
pretty
fits.
effective. Against the entire Radiant team actually, even the cow will burn.
Radiant are scanning.
It sounded a bit wrong, but yeah, whatever. Back to the game. Whenever you make a mistake at anything, just say back to the game.
Back to the game we go. Zoom out,
Yeah.
level 6. Brood still just level 5, but right off of level 6, just needs a couple more creeps. I wouldn't be surprised to see 9 make a rotation. He's got that Nether Strike if they want to have that extra control and potentially get a kill here. But it's tough if Puppy can get the disruption and make sure the charge is not really getting through.
Yeah, but if Sanking dies, his top lane is gonna get overrun instantly. And Puppy has to be so careful here.
Ooh,
say
Snake
Puppy
King's also
twice?
heading bottom. Ice. Centaur
that
gonna
again.
get run down. They've got the Swarm. They have the right clicks. Do they have the damage? Oh,
Beetle is biting him. The Beetle is biting him.
They just need one more shot.
Double it.
And there it is.
Gone.
Geminate attack.
Now you're gone.
Oh, that door. He's got the spike carapace, so that'll do a little bit in terms of locking down Skitter and Snake King, enough so that he can walk under the tier 2 tower and Tundra won't follow. They're in between the tier 1 and the tier 2.
Yep. Have 3 heroes bottom. They can't really handle the brute top. I mean, they can handle him, but they can't control him. Right? So it's a big win for Tundra right now. And Ice finally level 5, still needs a whole level to reach 6, and the bot tower is gone. Losing it so early is rough. Sure, the brute doesn't get her tower, but his teammates are doing their job.
$33 now with all these bugs.
It ought to be bugged.
Remember when we saw Old 11 with the Broodmother last DPC, and he would stack them all into one? I want to see
there was one thing
33 can
he
do
didn't do, E-Cup, which was like he didn't place his model directly into a creep, so you can't actually last at the creep. It's such a bully mechanic, you know what I mean? You literally just can't click on the creep. You cannot last at it. It's impossible. You will right-click the Broodmother. But yes, his spider control is still, I think, from what I've seen, the best in the world. Like, it's just one spider. Although it's 100.
Going to this Orchid first. Ice. Stampede, but the Nether Strike is there. Nine's got the control.
Nice stun though.
2-man host stomp, but Shikuchi forward. They've got the urn. They'll have the damage, and they'll get the kill onto Ice.
Yeah, like, you know, Ice, I played with him for a long time. He's a player that really thrives when he's being like enabled. But now both games, they kind of, you know, just sacrificed him. And he can play from behind too, but his strength is really when he's ahead. I feel like they're not like really making the best use of his strength there.
Yeah, there are some offlaners where you see that they're known as like that sacrificial offlaner. I think Chalice kind of played that position with LGD when he was on that squad, and you know, you'd get away with that. But like you said, Ice is someone who thrives with an early advantage on his lane, and when he's being sacrificed, you can see it holds him back quite a bit.
Yeah, like the panel spoke about, if you can keep the tower alive for 10 minutes, you're gonna be in a very good spot. Not only did he keep it alive for 10 minutes, it didn't take any damage, and he doesn't even have his Vanguard yet. Or he just finished it. And they got the enemy's tower instead.
Oh.
Look at spider control from 3-3. Such a micro god.
Puppy losing his courier. That's the Snake King, who's all the way back here behind the tier 2 again.
Weaver's so obnoxious.
Is definitely warm over there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, we might catch another courier.
Oh yeah, the Sand Kings. Did he see it with a ward?
Oh, he's TPing out.
Yeah, he didn't see it.
Nether Strike. Nature's Grass, and they've got themselves the stun. Ice again. 2-man host stomp, Stampede once more. This time they don't have the Nether Strike as it was already used, so he'll escape. But that's another Stampede defensively just to get out himself.
Yeah, like the big item they're waiting for is a Sand King Blink Dagger. 300 gold away from that. And then they're gonna start making some plays happen. Because Dusa, like, it's not easy to 1v5 carry any game. So they don't have the best damage against her this game. And not they have a hard counter, but they have a lot of ways of kiting her. With the tree end, with the SB. Oh, he actually stunned in top lane, he might be dead.
So now getting chased, the charge is coming out. Will they even need it?
Wow!
They don't. Oh my god. Skitter with the kill.
He just cracked his head open.
Yep. It's time for Sand King suit.
Yeah. Going on an insect hunt.
Technically, an insect as well. Nyx, Sand King, Weaver, Brood.
And Brood is apparently not an insect because there's 8 legs.
Yeah, arachnid, bug, whatever.
Does Sand King have 8 legs? I'm gonna check right now. No, it's just 6. Or it's 8, right? If you consider the hands.
An arachnid, yeah.
Yeah, so it's also not an insect.
Creepy crawler game.
Yeah. Treant is definitely an insect though.
Charge out onto the Medusa, and the stun will answer the Absorb, but Bulldoze. And thanks for the extra 58% status resistance. I'll just leave.
Also, just run away. A classic. Oftentimes, the most simple move is the best move, my friend.
Just run.
Or just TP, just buy a house. Have you ever seen a clip?
No, I don't think so.
This is where like this just thing is originating from. There's like this TikTok girl, she's like, if you're poor, just buy a house.
Another strike, charge, and then a one shot from Skitter. The crits come in big, burrow strike as well as the impale. They'll go to the stone gaze. They try to get this kill here on a 9. 9 will eventually fall. They look over at Snake King. He's low and has so you get time. 33 comes around the back, and they've got the damage on Sumail. They'll take the Sand King. They look over at Yapsor. The charge comes out of Nisha. They want a high five, and they'll take him out of the game. They look over at Yapsor, tries to TP out, and that swing was coming in from Skitter, just not in time.
If that connects, is another kill. The Wraithking crit looks so cool.
Slams it down.
Yeah, like right on the head every time. Apply directly on the forehead.
Head on. Apply directly to the forehead.
Well, at least 9 had to buy back, so that's something, but losing the Medusa there doesn't feel good. And he is behind the Wraith King in farm, even though he complete free farm. It's, yeah, almost desolate on Wraith King now. Rich, very rich. Also, I don't want to jinx anything, but he didn't die for 2 games straight on Wraith King. This might be the 3rd one. He still has 0 deaths.
Jeez. I'm pretty sure his scoreline has been quite nuts in the last few games he's played.
Yeah, even last game he had like 24 KDA.
Stampede. And now the stun off. 33 and Fada both go down. Nisha gets one, Sumail gets the other.
The double impale. Super well done by Sand King and Yapsor. Well played. That's something they really needed. Like now the game is pretty much equalized again. Medusa gets space to farm, and he's actually going to the Lincolns again. I feel it's such an overreaction every time. Like sure, SB charge is annoying, but it's not like that strong, you know.
At least it's Lincoln's after Manta, not Lincoln's into Manta.
Yeah, but the thing is, Manta, Lincolns just are 2 items that cost 10k gold. Hold that thought, bot lane. Up beam,
lane.
They just walk away.
And then there's a stone gaze going on, and that's going to stun up 3 of these heroes. They were going after Nisha, who's out of mana.
Yeah, didn't get the overgrowth on him, unfortunately. But yeah, it's 10k gold invested into how much damage? 26? Like 40? 40 damage?
Ooh, burrow strike
10k gold.
misses.
Still damage.
So Skitter, by the way, game 1 against OG, he was 13-0-10. Game 2 against OG, he was 7-0-20. And then game 1, he was 10-1-14. And he's still yet to die in this one at 3-0-5.
Yep.
That's such a nuts run.
Certainly impressive. And adding one more to that.
Yeah, Sumail's going to go down to Snake King. They're going to continue for more. They look over at Nisha, Yapsor, as well as Ice, though. He's silenced. Time lapse used by Snake King. Coming through, all the way through onto Yapsor, and now Nisha's in some trouble. He pops up into trying to run. They've got the blink as well as the host stomp. That lands on a 2, as well as the double edge. The impale comes out from Yapsor. Overgrowth used. It only locks down Puppy. They want the kill on Nisha. They'll bring in Skitter. Right clicks through. Buyback used by Sumail. And Skitter's able to survive as they get the kill on Nisha. The Burrow Strike's going to come through on a 9, as well as that host stomp to at least get the kill onto the Spirit Prick, who bought back in that fight over mid, so he's dead for 70. Nature's Grass slowing them down. Skitter looking to go back in. These heroes on the side of Secret, maybe not feeling all too comfortable, thinking about whether or not they want to go in. They've got the stun on Ice in some trouble. They get the silence out onto Puppy, but there's the Burrow Strike as well as the Epicenter coming through into 33, as well as the double edge, and now 33 trying to survive. Ice ends up going down to Snaking, and 33 standing his ground, has the damage, get the bonus, just walk back. 33 will survive.
Dire's bottom tower
Man, it was so close. They were both on like, what, 200 health? Man, the Brute is standing in there, life reaching back, and kiting around by snaking. Oh, it's just so difficult to play for Puppy. Yeah.
They want to go for Skitter. He still has that second life, and he's going to armlet toggle. Second life, they're not even going to get through the first life. Oh my
Nisha
god.
again, solo.
Yeah, blink, Fire Blast. All right, armlet toggling not working out that time. But Ice right there to get the Hosam out onto Snake King. Snake King low. There's the time lapse, able to survive it all and use that Shikuchi to escape. They still don't even get the kill onto the Weaver, and Skitter without that second life, go back away. Doesn't want to play too aggressive anymore, as he's still got 110 seconds on that reincarnation.
Yeah, like it really should tell you, like, in a small bracket next to the 0, how often you died with reincarnation, you know, to kind of, like, keep you grounded, you know?
Yeah.
Like, his KDA with the last 3 Wraith King games, as we just alluded to, is... It's a little silly. And by a little, I mean a lot. And now there's a DD rune.
Oh, yeah, Absol. Spike Carapace, they do get the stun out on Afada. Snake King thinks about whether or not he wants to go in. Overgrowth lands on a 3. They're going to have the charge follow this up soon. Blink Burrow Strike, so that stun's gone and out of this fight for the second. As they've got the stun, the Fire Blast as well as the right clicks. They get the Konosuman. They'll take out Absol. It's going to be 2 dead outside of Secret. They go after Nisha. Silence, dead, gone. Ice now in a bad position. He blinked his way in to get the hook stop, but doesn't save the Medusa. They'll charge into him, get the kill. Triple kill for 33, who is dominating at which is 4-1 and 6 at the moment. We've also got Skitter, who's 7-0-10.
That should be a Roshan, at least attempt. And they do have Sand King ulti, so if this is not a fast one, but it's Weaver, it's always a fast one. Remind that thought.
The Swarm takes over.
Yeah. It's, I love that hero.
So they struggled to kill Skitter once.
Yeah, okay, this is just unfair. Like, how are you gonna kill him now? He's 3 lives.
Can they kill him more than that?
Can I kill him 2 times this time so he still has 1 life? Find out the next episode of Wraith King the Immortal.
Z. Yeah.
What's his name? Leoric. Leo. Let's just call him Leo.
Okay.
Kind of sounds like a lion, though.
Yeah, well, Leo Lion.
Oh, I saw him make a mistake. He didn't have a slot in his inventory, so it's delayed as delayed. GG.
Nisha tipping 33.
For what? No.
I'm not.
Brute Mother, no doubt.
Yeah, maybe.
You got a pretty exciting street there. Very nice.
Last picks for Tundra have been pretty good, and got Skitter just destroy Sumail. And they
no chance.
Out on Anisha, they'll look over as they finish off Yapsor Stone Gaze, but the Fire Blast follows. So after the Stone Gaze is over, they can follow this up. Nisha on the run. Snake King is here. They've got the charge coming through, but the disruption out from Puppy. He'll save the life of Nisha for a moment, but it's inevitable that he's going to die. Puppy falls with him, and 4 heroes are dead again on the side of Secret.
They won't GG out straight away, but this game looks all but over. They're probably just going to lose the Rex now, to be honest. No buybacks at all. Did you see Sand King died from full to 0 from 1 Wraith King stun?
Oh my god.
Which, by the way, the talent is also ridiculous. You see that level 15 talent? 0.7 stun duration increase. It's like a level 1 Beastmaster right now.
You take the tier 3 top.
And the Rex. And Wraith King has 3 lives still.
For another 3 minutes.
Yeah, and by then he's level 18.
Dire's top barracks has fallen.
At least, ISIS managed to farm like 500 gold in the jungle, so it's something. He's getting closer to his axe.
Okay.
And then the axe at least is a form of anti-burst. Like if they initiate on someone, they can just press that axe and live a little longer. But yeah, like how do you win teamfights at this point? They're so tanky. Brute Mother 2.1k with a hood already done. SP with a status rest and 2k health.
Wraith King, let's not even talk about that. Finishing it too.
Yeah, after the pipe, I don't know where the damage comes from.
Oh, Nisha, Manta. Okay.
Nice dodge. Now they know it's water there though, so should be dewatered immediately.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
C9 just continuing to farm these creep waves, charging into them. He's hoping to get spider legs again.
Well, honestly, it would be kind of fun to see Tundra in the final, just because Fata's the only one using the voice line. I would miss it otherwise.
I will eat the cheese.
I will eat the cheese. Oh, there's no ice! Yeah. Can you chew on ice cubes or no?
You can.
Because like some people, like they just don't have the they can't because they have this like really bad sensation, you know?
Yeah, sensitive teeth.
Yeah. Do you have sensitive teeth?
I don't think so.
Yeah, they're pretty.
I also don't chew on ice like a maniac.
Why not? Like you literally buy like an ice cream cone and then you just eat it.
That's a little bit different than ice. Ice cream's not as rough.
It can be.
Gosh. Nisha and Yapsor high-fiving in the base.
Tundra cosplaying a ward. Sorry, 3-3 cosplaying a ward. Well, this looks exactly like game 1. They're stuck in base.
Synthesis.
And they're being out-farmed. And then eventually they're gonna lose if they can't do anything.
Nisha wants a Divine Rapier, but...
Alright, so Manta, Ulti Orb, Divine Rapier. I like that. Let's go. And there's also Midas queued up, just in case.
Yeah. Oh, maybe you get the Demon Edge. He still has to get to the secret shop, which is invaded with spiders.
They all have Midas queued up now. I don't know if it's like a running joke in the team, or if they just want to sit on a high ground and use Midas forever.
Oh, come back. It's possible with the Midas.
They're not gonna purchase it, right? It'll make no sense.
I don't think so.
I will eat that.
They're smoked up. Throwing some words down.
Invisibility.
Okay, B-Cop. I need you to tell me what secret can do here. I don't see anything.
They smoked to try and make a move.
Oh, it's a BKB now on Skidda as well.
That's about it.
Yeah, I mean, I just want to see Wraith can one-hit some heroes. Tremaine might be the one.
Ooh. Smelling the trees, trying to TP out. They caught him. What is that damage?
Yeah.
God, the mortal strike. There's a quick 1200 damage from Skidder.
Used to be more. Used to be more.
Gosh. 17,000.
Now it's level 18.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Try to kill him twice, if you can.
Yeah, you have 1 minute to do so.
Oh, Nisha. Look at where they are. They're behind them in the base. They've got the charge coming in as well as the Stone Gaze. They'll use it. Ooh, Manta from Nisha trying to get back. Stone Gaze turns 9 to Stone, but he's got that Nether Strike. Gotta lock up Nisha. The Wraithfire Blast is out onto Puppy to make sure they can't get the disruption save out of Nisha. They've got the Orchid Burn. The Lincoln's popped. He still dies. 33 with yet another kill. They'll invade. They get the kill on the Shadow Demon, and now I think the move is to push through mid.
They're just setting up camp in the enemy's base. Like that's how rough this game is looking for Secret. It's yeah, I'm really happy for Tundra that they found their like mojo back again, because early in the tournament they seemingly kind of lost it. And then they also struggled in a couple of the DPC games right after, so yeah, like they definitely reinvented themselves here.
Yeah, they've definitely sharpened up.
Yeah. Yep.
A golden thread.
Strong drafts. Very solid play.
it's been clean, and the drafts have been a little bit unique in some way.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, they're very unpredictable. They picked some Vincere in there.
And that'll be interesting if they do end up winning this series and go up against Spirit. Both teams will have some interesting picks to show. And of course, Spirit Breaker, yeah, why not? He gets the spider legs. So more arachnid stuff. 33 sacrificing the leg. Skitter going after Ice. They've got the charge coming in. There's nowhere for the Centaur to go, and there's the charge landing. The right clicks will finish off Ice, and Skitter will continue the deathless streak. He's 9-0-14.
When they managed to harvest their bones, they saw them at the triangle. They're looking for him. My Natus should be. Yeah, okay, he's piecing it out. He's actually going for Midas. No way, dude.
The Midas will work.
Why is he doing that? It's literally like his Aghanim Scepter if he ever farms that much gold, no?
With the point booster already picked up, yeah. I would say
that is such a weird decision.
Exercise going heart. Medusa, by the way, going for the Divine Rapier, needs 2,900 more gold. Meanwhile, 33 in on this Roche. 9 will join him.
Yeah,
over in the pit.
I don't think it's gonna go to that Rapier, unfortunately. We're gonna take this Roche on, and then it should be, let's go base time.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Meanwhile, they haven't lost any towers on Tundra.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy against the Centaur lineup. They do have Treant, so of course it makes it a little harder. Wait, all their towers are full health, aren't they? Yeah.
Yeah, they've been getting healed up by Fada. They are pushing him bottom a little bit, but Fada's ready to heal it up.
Yeah, losing against Treant just feels so bad. Because then, like, you really lose, you know.
And not getting any towers is a bad feeling.
Yeah. But you know what I mean now, like, right? With this Lincoln's Manta, he's really not outputting all that much damage. It's mostly come from like a Shadow Demon.
The Ags. Skitter theoretically has like 4 lives.
More like 5, because by the time it died 4 or 3 times, he has it off cooldown again on Snake.
Yeah. Oh man.
Yeah.
The pressure is on.
It's been on ever since the early game, yeah. I think we've seen it yesterday too, right? This Medusa into Wraith King, that didn't look that impressive.
No, not really.
I'm just gonna picked it into it as well.
They're still trying to hold though. I respect it.
Yeah, I mean they have heroes to do so. It's just a team like Tundra is... I think you would be very hard pressed to find a case where they would lose a game like this.
It'd be quite tough to see them throwing this all away. They missed the stun. They've got the disruption onto the Medusa, trying to get the damage out onto Skitter. You gotta remember, he's got that time lapse, and that's what gets used to put him back at full health. Burrow Strike comes in at a 33.
How frustrating must this be? Like, you just look at this Wraith King hit their Rex, and I can't kill him.
Oh, Charger's coming through, but they got the stun. Fought up with a hoof stomp. They might be able to get the kill on a 9. They disrupt this Wraith King and won't be able to save that Spirit Breaker. They end up trading Sumail for it, though. Skitter getting a little bit low, but again, he's got the Aegis as well as the Reincarnation. So that's going to be Reincarnation on cooldown. He's going to pop that BKB, blink in, now throw the stun over on a Puppy, try to get the kill on the Shadow Demon, who uses that pig pole to get away. Nisha throwing out some right-click damage. Yapsor looking ready to find that stun once it's off cooldown in a couple seconds, but they've got Ice with the blink as well as the hoof stomp. Again, the time lapse on a Skitter, so Skitter's going to be able to survive on this one. Starting to run and the blink away means that they won't be able to catch him, even with Sumail buying back.
Yeah, that's a Rex gone, despite using a buyback, and Wraith King still has his Aegis. Only uses his ult, and it's back to Immortal City, for him at least.
Nisha, though,
yeah,
he's got the gold.
Dire's courier has been killed.
He's got the gold.
He's
no
got
courier,
the gold, but the courier is now dead.
Bruto, he's very tanky.
Oh, Nisha stepped up. He's a bit far forward. Puppy disruption trying to save Nisha, who's been disarmed. Fada moving forward. They get the kill on the Yapster. They have the charge going out on Nisha. Nisha now on the front for 33 as well. Snake King. Fada over from the side. They've got the hooks on that lands on it too. The burst strike to follow it up. That lands on both those heroes. The Nature's Grass slows down. Ice. Sumail into the Sandstorm. Mules up to avoid the Wraith Fire Blast. The charge will finally finish. On the Nisha, they get the kill to Sumail. Bought back just a moment ago. They get the kill there on the Sand King, taking him out for 70 seconds. Disruption. Puppy trying to survive, but only extending the inevitable as he'll end up dying as well. He's got buyback and he'll use it immediately.
While Wraith King is just knocking at your door again. Well, he did smoke Nisha for a last-ditch attempt at buying the Rapier. He's gonna get it, but they might have Megas already at the time.
Only level 19 getting this Divine Rapier. I'll have to come around the back and maybe make a play, but coming around the back might be a little bit dangerous if he doesn't get to that, so he will keep it back to the base. They're going to give up Megas here. Just to have the Rapier ready. Divine Rapiers.
They already got... Well, now you have the Rapier, but... At what cost, Beakup? At what cost?
At about 6,000 gold and mega creeps. Silence comes out, charge comes through. That's on a Puppy to make sure they can't get the disruption onto the Medusa. And the damage isn't enough just yet, so he'll still survive. The Impel lands on a couple of these heroes. They've got the Stone Gaze. Maybe the damage will finally get the first life out of the hands of Skitter. They'll take him out for the first time. However, he's still working with that Aegis for only 8 more seconds. They'll find themselves the control on Tanisha. Take out the Medusa, drop the Divine Rapier. Down goes Sumail and Puppy. GG will be called, and Tundra will go to the grand final as they eliminate Team Secret 2-0.
Very, very well played, Tundra. We expected a lot from them, especially after yesterday and the day before that. Yeah, it's hard to really criticize them anyway.